Hi there, today I'm showing you how I'm growing zinnias from seed. I got a packet of seeds from the dollar store and I'm using an upcycled cupcake tray as my seeding tray. I just poke holes at the bottom and filled each cup with pre-moistened potting mix. I emphasize on the pre-moistened so I don't have to water this after I do the seeding. And I'm making sure each cup is filled with the soil all the way to the top. And here's what zinnia seeds look like. And I'm placing about 3 to 4 zinnia seeds in each cup. And I probably added also a few more because you just don't know if all of them is going to germinate. So it's better to play it safe and just seed a little bit more than less. And I'm just adding a bit more soil on top to lightly cover the seeds. They don't really need any burying. They would do fine if you don't or skip this step. And I'm just going to close the lid to give it a bit of a greenhouse effect and just wait for it until it germinates. These are the zinnias just like 3 days later. I seeded this Sunday. Today is Wednesday morning. And I open it up and it has germinated. It's the first one to germinate, so I'm real excited. And a few days later, the zinnia seeds have sprouted, but they do have started to look a bit leggy. So I am transferring them in nursery pots and I'm putting each cup in an individual nursery pot. I am not separating the seedlings at this point. I will do that when they have grown a bit more. With this one, I just want to make sure to give them space to grow, especially the roots, and also kind of like course correct with the legginess of the zinnias. And I end up having about 5 zinnia seedlings per nursery pot. And for now, that is fine until they grow and see if I need to thin them out or if I could keep everyone. We'll just see how it grows for the meantime. And I am placing this at my grow tent or inside my grow tent and under a grow light. So hopefully that would prevent legginess in the future as it grows more. I put some in 2-inch pot. There's no really rhyme or reason why I did. I just didn't have extra nursery pots. But ideally, I would have placed them also in the 3-inch pots like I did the first one. And these are the zinnias a few weeks later, maybe 2 weeks or so, and they have grown leaves, at least 2 or 3 sets each. And I have prepared individual nursery pots for each of the seedling. And I'm trying to keep all of them. And I was able to, since most of them did grow pretty well, I think I only had a couple that didn't look quite so good, but I am transferring each seedling into its own nursery pot. Some of them might have like two, but those are the ones that I think the other one is not doing too well or might not make it. So I did separate them, but for the most part, I was able to save, I think 90-95% of the seedlings and planted them in their own nursery pots, which is great. And this time I'm using potting mix that has fertilizer in it because at this point, this zinnias do need feeding already. And I'm also trying to make sure that they aren't growing leggy. So kind of like with the first up pot, I am burying the stems a little bit so that it doesn't look very leggy. And I was able to have 24 seedlings or 24 nursery pots. A couple of them do have two in them. And the next time I'm updating this is probably when I'm going to start planting them in ground after last frost date. So make sure to like and follow for more and get notified for future updates.